everybody. Today we're going to be talking about some of the differences between a green tree frog and an eastern gray tree frog. And I think I'm going to start with the green tree frog since he's a little bit more crazy, which would be a better start. I put this guy back. Okay. So, the green tree frog is more of the southeastern and central and southeastern of the United States. So you'll find them anywhere between Texas and North Carolina. If you go up by Maine, you might be able to find one. I'm pretty sure you won't, but if you do, it's pretty lucky for you. Green tree frogs are wonderful pets. This is Jeremy, my tree frog. He's really jumpy. He loves to jump. He's scared of my parakeets, which make a lot of noise. And the reason I call them green tree frogs, because they're green. If you can see, they have a yellow line. I don't know if you see it. Oh, and he hopped over there. Let me go get him. Cut. They're really wonderful pets. I feed this guy mealworms and crickets. Now I recommend if you want to pet one too, I'll recommend getting like maybe a 10-gallon like they do. And I have another one over there. I'll show you his tank in a little bit. I recommend him giving crickets and mealworms and putting it in calcium. The D3 with the D3. It's really good for him. And I'll give him vitamins. And also green tree frogs. They're like eastern gray tree frogs or any other gray tree frogs. They go hunting at night, and because it's more moist, you're not as hot. And they would go to like any lights if they see them, like at houses, power lights, and cars if it's started and it's not moving, possibly. And since bugs are attracted to light, they'll go near it and eat the bugs that come by. They're actually similar to them, the gray tree frogs, and you could probably see by the bearded dragon, which wants crickets. They're very similar. Eastern gray tree frogs do that too. Except eastern gray tree frogs aren't green. And every time when you see their throats move, I don't know if you see it, but that's every time when they're breathing. Hold on. Every time when they breathe, because they breathe through their noses, and it's like a system when it goes in and then back out. So every time when he does this little up and down with his throat, that's every time he's breathing. Now this is almost like maybe full size. They get about maybe like 4 inches. There's hair on him, sorry. Maybe 3 inches. This guy actually might be 3 inches. And what I love about them is their eyes. They are so adorable. And when my friends come over, they like to see his eyes and see the colorations. So this would be a great house pet. Now, according to the eastern gray tree frog, let me go put this guy back. If you want to come see his tank, he has a mini tank with a little plant that always comes off. Uh-oh. He jumped for fun and he accidentally went behind my desk. Hold on. Uh-oh. got a problem, guys. I am so sorry. But he totally jumped. That's a first. Don't worry, he didn't get hurt. He's right here. He does have a feather stuck on him though. Uh-oh, I might spray him real quick. Hold on there. I got it off. Okay, I want to put him back. I'm going to get the tiny spray bottle that I have. It's actually not tiny. It's a decent one. And spray him. You got to spray him like maybe every few hours. As you can see. And it will help them because they stay moist. If they get too dry, it's possible they could die. You don't want that to happen. Same with the Eastern Gray Tree Frog. You have to moist him. But I'm trying to get him into a bigger tank. And these guys to a bigger tank. And then move the Eastern Gray Tree Frogs to a bigger tank. Well, the normal green tree frog goes in this one. Now, my Eastern Gray Tree Frog has water. Since I got two, this I have Nolan and Carl. And so as you can see, I put rocks on the bottom, and I put moss on top, which will make the moss still kind of moist. And when the frogs are getting too dry, they're going to go onto the moss. And there's like little pockets I made. So they'll go sit in there. And they'll get moist. And it's so cute. Like, look at this guy. That is Carl. Nolan is a little bit more friendlier. Let me grab him. Nolan lets us handle him a lot more. And he is a smaller one. Smaller than the green tree, maybe. Actually, maybe the same size. So, Nolan is a Eastern Gray Tree Frog. The difference about this guy in the green tree, he has brown. And he has a brown with black coloration, and as you can see, I don't know if you can see, but behind his legs, he's got like a bright orange, which makes him different, kind of different. And why they call them Eastern Gray Tree Frogs, they live in the eastern, so they're anywhere in the east, even Maine, because it's eastern, and they can go up all the way up to central of Texas, which anywhere past that you won't find them. So they're kind of like the green tree. They're in the eastern, but the tree frog lives in the south, while Eastern Gray Tree Frogs live just in the eastern. So the gray tree and the Eastern Gray Tree Frog can both go together, since, well, not as a pet, but they're like both in the same kind of states and stuff. And they do the same, they breathe through the nose. This, and also, if you can see very closely, the Eastern Gray Tree Frog's got spots. Now those spots are there because they'd hide from predators that want to eat them. So they go like near trees, like how they have in the name, the Eastern Gray Tree Frog. So they'll hide in there, which they'll be camouflaged so the predator can't see them. Now the tree, like I said, the normal green tree breathe through their nose every time when they do their little up and down with the throats, they're breathing. Make sure they do that if you have a pet one. Also, if you I'll recommend a 10-gallon if you want to pet one of these. A 10-gallon tank for at least 2, like I have. 3 or 4, that's a little bit too small of an area. If you get like 3 or 4, maybe like a 15 or 20-gallon. I recommend a 15-gallon maybe. I'll say these are easier pets than Gray Tree. We got them like very kind of same day, and the Gray Tree Frog got a little bit more friendlier, a lot friendlier, except for Carl. He's not the greatest. He hops on my hand a lot. This guy doesn't really hop unless I like tap his back or something, but he loves to get drizzled by water. Let me go grab the water real quick. I'll be right back. I sprayed him with water. He'll absorb that water because they're similar, very similar to the green, just different colors, a little bit different places, and they absorb it, and then when they're getting drier, they like kind of desorb it, so it'll go all over their body, so they don't dry out. But if they don't have enough, they'll dry out and die. And also, Eastern Gray, pretty much all tree frogs, they have 2 types of teeth, and I'm trying to remember what they're called, but they have teeth like humans, like a bottom and top row, but they don't look like human teeth, and then just 2 on the top of their mouths. Same as the green tree and all. And it reminds me of those spots on the back of a Amazon milk frog. I don't have one, but I will get one. But they remind me of that. Now this guy's a fatty. He eats a lot. He eats all the crickets I put in there. So Carl doesn't really get any. And also, I also love about them is their little eyes. They're so adorable. And they'll eat the calcium too with the D3, the vitamin stuff too. And I recommend a UVA, I think, light for them, like I have for them. I don't know if you can see the tank, but right there, that's their tank. And there are tiny, which would be a good pet. Feed them crickets and mealworms. And if they give birth to tiny ones, because I need to search up if this guy's a boy or girl, and that Carl's a boy or girl. I'll change their names if they're a boy and girl. So this guy right here is different than a green tree. And if they give birth, I was talking about earlier, I would give them like small crickets, fruit flies maybe, duvia roaches, baby duvia roaches when they get a little bit bigger, and maybe, maybe even, what are those things called? I don't remember what they're called, but I'll try to think of them in the previous video. Well, I hope you guys learned something new. Like and subscribe if you liked the video. If you want me to do a part 2 with a different tree frog, I will. And maybe I can even show my other animal in another video. Well, again, hope you learned something new. Please like and subscribe, and peace out.